Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I decided to do something a bit different. Instead of doing a reading or doing some of this other stuff, I decided I'm going to show you the cards that I use or the cards that I have. I don't have a huge collection of tarot and oracle cards. I have a very small collection compared to some of my friends who actually subscribe to the channel and who watch my videos. Waving to you, Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Thank you. Yeah, I saw your video today and I thought, oh wow, you've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of cards. And I thought I would share what cards I have since I don't have a lot and it's probably not going to take very long for me to share them. So, um, so the first deck that I have is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. It's my favorite deck. It's or one of my favorite decks as far as doing readings and stuff with it. I love this deck. The artwork is just amazing, and you've seen quite a number of the cards when I've done readings and stuff with them. And I found this deck when we were in England earlier this year, and my husband said, "Do you really need another deck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And because I like Gero Marchetti's stuff, I like the decks and the artwork and stuff like that. I just thought, wow, this is very cool. So I got this deck, and this is the last deck that I bought in tarot. So I bought it in England when I was there during holiday earlier this year. So it's a great deck, and it's a good way to start learning. The other deck that I use a lot on the channel is called Cat Tarot. Here it is. I love this deck. I think it is just adorable. And I have to show you a couple of the cards on here. It's just so cute. The cards are all cats. So, you have the Ten of Swords is like really cute because he's like hanging on the screen door. This is just typical cats. Let's see. Here's the Six of Pentacles, or yeah, because he's got all the cat treats. So Six of Treats, I guess you could call it. But do your cats do this? I mean, if you have a cat at home, do your cats do stuff like this? Just really, really cute. Here's your beggar, the one who likes to beg, the Knight of Pentacles. It's a kitty that likes to beg for the treats. The sun, laying in the sun, illumination, laying in the sun. Um, Here's, I think, the cups cards with the fishes. Yeah. Uh, Here's the moon, which you got the two dogs howling, that's why I always say howling at the moon because you have the dogs howling. The star. And you know what? The coolest thing about this is you don't have to cover any parts or any bits on it because they're all cats. It's just cats. And let's see. Oh, here, this is so sweet. Two of Cups. And here's the Three of Cups where you got water on the ground. So, I mean, if you have a cat, then chances are your cats probably do a lot of these things. Here is with the toilet paper. He's having a good time. And I'm not showing all of them. I'll just show Trillium Tarot, I think is her name. She does like flip throughs of all the cards, and you can see like a lot of the decks that she has, and most of the decks that I have, she also has. So it's on her channel. I'll put a link to her channel below so you can like go and check out some of the flip throughs if you like these cards because I think that they're really cool. So I won't. I won't steal her thunder as far as this deck is concerned, but I thought that it was I thought they were really cute. The Emperor is really cute. The cone of death, the cone of shame. The cat when they get injured and they have to wear the cone. They kind of are dealing with that. Let's see. I was looking for the devil and um, the devil and the death card because I just thought it was so cute. Here's the devil. The devil's a dog. And death card is, you want to guess what the death card is? The death card is the vacuum cleaner. So whoever did these cards had a wicked sense of humor, and the cards are just amazing, and they're really cute. So if you this one's called Cat Tarot. I started by collecting cat decks. I have like cat decks, different cat decks. I've got the Black Cat Tarot, which I've used. I'm not going to pull them out, but I've got the Black Cat Tarot, which is also that. My very first tarot deck was, let me see if I can get it out. Ah, here it is. Cats Rule the Earth. This deck is, I haven't pulled this out in a while, but this deck is, the card stock is not the best, but the cards are really cute. And I have it in the tarot order so you can see. And Tyrium Tarot does also this deck on her channel. I actually told her about this deck and she got it and she did a flip through of it. There's no vacuum cleaners on the devil or the dogs on the devil or anything like that. It's all cats. And there's some really cute cats. Look at this guy. He's been through a lot. Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands. This is the guy who just keeps on ticking, keeps on going, keeps on keeping on. Yeah, just really, really cute. So now here's your Halloween cat, the Six of Pentacles. It's a really cool card. And here's the Ten of Swords. This cat's been through some stuff too. Poor thing. So, and here's the Five of Cups. The cat's knocking it all over. Of course, cats like to knock things over. So there you go. So that's the if cats ruled the world, cats rule the earth deck. It's a nice deck, but the cardstock again is not the best. If you're like a cardstock snob, then it's not the best for it. But they have a nice book, and the box is really kind of cool. So that's Cats Rule the Earth. So those are my cat decks. I love cats. This is my first Oracle deck was Cat Wisdom. Boing, fell on here. Cat Wisdom is what this translates into. There we go. Katzenweisheiten, Cat Wisdom. So I bought this when I was in Göttingen a few years ago, and really, really cute deck. And then I have the Rider-Waite. Smith Rider-Waite Tarot. This is the normal deck that everybody pretty much uses. The interesting thing with this deck is the back of this. I haven't seen any reader with this back on their cards. I've seen like the little squiggly things on there, and I've seen the Centennial with the gray back, but I've never seen this back on the tarot deck. On the thing, but it is the Smith Rider-Waite, and it is the general cards of that. Yeah. So and in conjunction with that, I have this is the beginner tarot, and this is the tarot deck with this has these this is learning tarot. This is to learn tarot. I like these cards. I like the back of them because they're really pretty. So I like the back of this. And then the cards have like a description of what each card means. And so if you're learning tarot, then this is a really good deck to get. A lot of people say I call it the cheater's deck, because it has this stuff in it. I'm learning with the Gilded Tarot because that's for me that just feels really good. I've been trying with this, but it's like I spend too much time reading the stuff and not enough time actually looking at the cards and actually feeling what the energy is telling me. So this deck is good. This deck is good for learning. It also shows it reversed. It gives you a description of it when it's reversed. I'm not learning reversals because reversals are too complicated. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, the reversal is just the opposite." No, it's not. In some instances, it's not. It actually sometimes it actually reemphasizes aspects of the card that that you may not know or what have you. So that's the Smith Rider-Waite decks. And then when I'm out and about, buy, I might buy a deck. I found this deck. This is a German deck, and it's called Tarot for Beginners. It's Tarot for Einsteiger. Does this, that is, and this deck looks a bit like the Rider-Waite deck. The book is all in German, and it is pretty thick, so it has the different cards and stuff in German and descriptions of them in German, which I read German, so it's like no problem. And the cards themselves, the cards are they're kind of neat. I like these cards a lot. I think they're really cool. Um, they're very slippery cards, and the backs of them look like this. So it looks like the sun or so. So if you have them in reverse, then it doesn't. You don't see that they're in reverse. So when you pull them and they're like in reverse, then you really see them in reverse. So um, the the cards themselves are really pretty, and they have like nice artwork on them. I might use these again to do readings or something. I haven't pulled them out. I haven't used them yet. They're still in the original tarot form as far as the border is concerned. The cards are a little bit bigger, and it's very difficult. Sometimes it's like hard to hold them because they're so big. So yeah. So, but these are good. These I got in Hamburg, I think, when I was traveling. So, found them and I thought, oh, that's really good. And then they also have a big old poster thing for the Celtic Cross, and so it's the same in German as it is in English. It's the same kind of same kind of thing here. So, but the book is in it's in blue print, and it makes me think of these old Scantron things that we used to have in school. You know, where you had to like double in the things. Oh God, those were the days. Huh? And so that's it. That's what I think of when I see that writing in print. It's like the Scantrons or something where you have to bubble in the things to give you answers and stuff. And of course, I have the Housewife's Tarot, which I've used. You've seen it on the channel, like the Housewife's Tarot. But sometimes it doesn't seem to work. You know, like I tried it once and it didn't work, and then I was like, oh, I haven't used it since. But I love the deck. It's really cute. It's kind of 1950s, women. The last tarot deck that I have is called the Light in the Mist Tarot. And this is actually a tarot mystery. And what it is it's about a girl who has disappeared, and all that's left are her tarot cards. And so they have to find out where she is based on the tarot cards. And so they have the story, and then here's the deck. And the deck it's a pretty basic deck. When I bought it, I thought, oh, this is like really cool. It would be cool to have this deck. This is in English, which is really surprising because I bought it in German. Eine, it says Eine Tarot Rätselgeschichte in German, but the cards themselves are actually in English because here's the Fool, the Lovers, the Sun, King of Pentacles. All these cards are in these cards are in they're in English, but I bought it in Germany, but it's called Light in the Mist. And a lot of these decks, they just have the wands or the images of the things on them. So 5, 6, kind of boring. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands is kind of cool. And then you have the swords. Oh, look at the lines. So anyway, so there's supposed to be some kind of messaging or something on these cards to help solve the mystery of the Light in the Mist thing. So I haven't done it yet. I bought these cards about a year ago, and I still haven't done anything with them. But I just thought, oh, this is kind of cool. They have the Light in the Mist deck And so I bought these. I think I bought these in Boozum when I was in holiday. And the cards are in English, but the story itself is in German. So it's like you have to be kind of bilingual to do it. But it's kind of a cool deck. So that's my last tarot deck. So that's all I've got as far as tarot decks are concerned. Then I've got the Oracle of Mystical Moments, which I've used. I found out about them on this deck on Tarot Stash's channel. Hello, Gerald, if you're watching. Doubt it, but if you're watching, hello. This deck I got through. I watched a video that he did about this deck, and I thought, oh, this is so pretty. So I got this deck. The angel cards are from a German spiritual magazine that I got a couple of years ago, and I use them. They're just cards with like words on them, like Hingabe, um, Möglichkeiten is possibilities. Heilung is healing. Zartheit is gentility, and so on and so forth. There's like 60 of them, and they're just like little tiny itty bitty cards. I can't really see them. There you go. Yeah. So, but they're just like words, and I used them for the first meditations that I did when I first started doing the meditations. I used these cards sometimes to share. And then I have this. This is the new deck that I just got with the pretty images and stuff. These are really beautiful cards, and I did show them to you already. But I mean, just look at that, very pretty gold, shimmery gold cards, and then a small book that goes with it. So that is it. That is from Cheryl Marchetti. That's their Lenormand deck that and finally I have Nature's Whispers. And this deck is really amazing. But the cards are huge. I mean when you look at a normal tarot deck and you see, size, like the Housewife's Tarot, that's the size difference. These cards are big. It's the biggest size deck that I have, and I think the Black Cat Tarot is about the same size. I mean, I'm not really sure. I haven't measured them, but this deck is beautiful, beautiful artwork, just beautiful. I can just flip through these. These are really nice. I mean, just really beautiful cards. I use them for the earlier meditations, but I can show you them. This is Love Matters. Put them in the book. In the box. Trust your own understanding. Bountiful Harvest. These are cards that I used for the other meditations. I usually bring them out. Acceptance of love. It's beautiful, huh? Have to celebrate differences and vulnerability. Shift your energy. Assurance. I like this one. I just think it's really pretty. It reminds me of some of the artwork that I see on YouTube that people like do these easy art type things, tutorials and stuff, ASMR type of things where you have the oh, that's an ambulance going by. But they do ASMR and they do like trees and stuff with like different blobs of paint and stuff. And I think of that when I look at that card. And then Leap of Faith. There's Fresh Approach. Maintain your childlike spirit. How often we need to hear that. And then we have Renew of Peace. Oh, kind of little cherub sleeping, a little frog makes it's really beautiful. The images here are really just gorgeous. Make a decision. Some of these pictures, I don't know how they apply to the words, but I just think they're so neat. Show your support. Culmination of vision. And I love it that I can show these with, and you can see the words at the bottom because they're not turned around in a mirror. You don't have to hold a mirror up to your computer to see what the words are. You are worth it. There you go. This is the message for everybody. You are worth it. You are special. You matter in this world. My guides just told me to tell you that. Perfect setting. Be in service. Help yourself, but help others too. Be there for each other. Intuition. Trust your gut. Trust your trust what your instincts tell you, because usually it's your guides talking to you and telling you this is what you need to do. Adventure. Life is an endless adventure. I'm not going to start quoting Forrest Gump, don't worry, but adventure is good. Adventure is always good. Open your heart. Heighten your vitality. New experiences and possibilities. Hope and happiness. Amplify your positive emotions. I love the ripple effect. I love this. I wrote a novel some years ago and I called it The Ripple Effect. And it talked about how the actions that people take are like a pebble going into a pond. And I better be quiet now because my husband's going to start quoting Doctor Who in a minute. But it is like throwing a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples go out from the pond. And this, I decided to call my novel The Ripple Effect because that's what it is. That was what was about. It was about one action that had an impact on one person, which had an impact on a whole bunch of other people. And it was really, really powerful. Illumination. Be gentle with yourself. This was yesterday's meditation. Be gentle with yourself. You know, what was it? This is the song, The Jungle Seems to Roar. We've all been there before. My friend Carl Anthony wrote that song, or he and his brother wrote that song, and it was a really massively good message. It was a wonderful message that talks about that sometimes we have in life problems and issues and things, and sometimes we have a problem forgiving ourselves when we make a mistake. And that song talks about being gentle with yourself during those times and not allowing the struggle and not allowing the heartbreak to envelop you, to overcome you. And there's Higher Ground. And there's a John Denver song about that called Higher Ground. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And I love it. And yeah, I highly recommend taking a listen to that song too because that's really, really good. Seek beauty. Breakthrough. Be spontaneous. I like the blue flowers in that card. Inner truths. I used this card also in a reading. I remember because it had all the different options and all the different things. And then the truth came through the small light that this person was holding. Be your best self always. Contemplation. This reminds me of the strength card in the tarot, actually. I know that it's not the same, but it does kind of make me think of that because of the lion in there. And I also think of Aslan from the Narnian Chronicles because I love that story. And I don't go into the whole religious connotation with it, but I love the story of redemption and of kindness and of friendship, powerful friendship. Gratitude and appreciation. Make a wish. Oh, that's dandelion. Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to like blow the dandelion and these little things would fly over everything, everywhere? That's what she's doing. She's making a wish and she's blowing the dandelion. I remember doing that as a kid. That was a long time ago, but yeah. Clear endeavor. This artist is amazing. The big picture. It's like the angels watching over us, sending a rainbow. I always identify a rainbow to my father-in-law who passed a few years ago. And every time I see a rainbow, I say, Papa's sending us a message. Clear out the old. That's what we're doing right now in our home. We're getting rid of old stuff. We're getting rid of things that we don't need. And we're starting a new journey because my husband's just retired. We're starting a new journey. And so this is a very apt card for me right now. Infinite blessings. Catch your breath. I always think of elves and stuff. Yeah, it's like an elven stories or something. There's some magic in this card. Pause. Take a break. Turn off the TV. Stop watching the news. Take care of yourself. Look out for yourself. I think that's what that card really means. Keep your dreams alive. Don't give up on the things that you really love and that you really care about. Hold on to those dreams. They will come to fruition as long as you hold on and not let go of them. Be true to your heart. And so the order that these cards are in is kind of amazing in and of itself because there's a lot of messages here that I think we're getting through them as we flip through them. There's a little bit of a message there. These are beautiful cards. Ideal course of action. What's best? What's the best path to take? What's the best option to take? Expansion. I like the balloons at the top. Empowerment. Laughter. Oops, I think there's two of them. Right, there's the other. Laughter. Potential gateways. Potential gateway. Oh, I love it. That's in the middle of the tree. And there's a heart. You see the heart here. And finally, let love be your beacon. Yeah, these cards I think were in a really specific order for that reason, just for the flip through. I always get messages from stuff like that. But anyway, so those are the cards that I have. I always think about getting more just to see. But my husband says, "Don't you have enough cards?" I'm like, "No, I know people have 400 decks, you know." But I also have my dowsing rods and I have my pendulum. I haven't used those in a while. I'm thinking about getting a yes and no deck, or making one or something. I noticed that Libby uses the yes and no deck a lot, and it's really a kind of a cool thing because she can ask a question, then she pulls a card and it says yes or no, and it's kind of cool. I like that. So But we'll see what happens. I said a number of readers are doing that now. They're getting yes and no decks and they're putting them out. I think that's kind of a really cool idea because sometimes you're not really sure with the pendulum how it's going to go or what it's going to do, and it is kind of hard because it takes time to learn it and stuff. But the cards are like, you know, you have yes and no, and then you have blank cards to say like maybe or maybe not or whatever. And so it's like you just, it's not yes and it's not no, so it's just kind of like in the air. So, but there's a lot of different great tools that people can use to explore spirituality, explore their own ideas and stuff. So, at any rate, I think that's long. I think I've babbled on long enough today. But that's what I did today for today. I showed you some cards and showed you some stuff. And but anyway, so now you know what I use and what I have, and who knows if you like a certain deck and you want me to try it out and use it, write it in the comments because I'm always game for ideas and suggestions, and it's a lot of fun anyway. Whatever it happens. Okay. So anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel, and I hope that you have a really great day. And tomorrow I'll be back with meditation. I didn't do a reading today. I just did the cards. I just pulled them, went through them, flipped through them and stuff. But I think there was some great wisdom that was kind of contained in the video anyway. So that's pretty cool. So I hope you have a great day. Take care. Um, have Take a smile and take a deep breath, and all will be well. And I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, namaste.